Hello everybody, Steve Grizzetti, co-founder of MoviePix.com and author of the MoviePix.com Guide to Vegas Movie Studio Platinum. And here we are, part one of a two-part video tutorial we're calling How to Create the Zoom Video Effect. Also, we used to call it the old Brady Bunch effect or a video collage, in which we're going to have four characters on screen at the same time interacting with each other. This is kind of what we're going for here, and with the special effects and everything, it kind of looks a little like this.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily.
So each person pops in and joins the singing.
Row, row, row your boat gently.
Until we have four characters on screen, or four singers on screen. There we go, four singers on screen at the same time. Show you how to do the effect. We'll show you in part one how to do the basic effect. Then in part two, we're going to show you how to enhance it a little, make it a little more fun. First thing you want to do whenever you come to a Movie Studio Platinum blank timeline is get rid of this picture-in-picture track. Right-click on it and delete it. It does some things we don't want to happen. And in fact, I'm going to get rid of the text labeled track also, just because ultimately it's going to make this tutorial easier to create, or this particular project easier to create. Let's drag the first clip down to video track one. There we go. And I'm going to apply two different effects here, but I'm going to apply them in different ways simply because I found through experience that this just makes it easier to create this effect. Let's go to the track first and select the hamburger menu and select track motion. Now here in track motion, we can position and size our video. So right now it's set for 1920 by 1080. Let's make it 1000 pixels wide instead of 1920 pixels. That's about 55%. And then by dragging this little picture box here on this work area, we can position the picture any place we want in the video frame. So let's move her off to the lower left here. Now I'm also going to apply a crop effect because I don't want her picture to be as wide as it is, or her video to be as wide as it is, but I'm going to apply that to the event itself, or to the clip itself. So click on the effects button, select crop, click OK, and then let's widen out this little effects panel. And then we're going to crop X, which is the left and right side, just by pulling on this little lever here. And then if we toggle open location, we can move the center of the crop here. So now she's cropped. So crop doesn't work the way it works in a lot of other video editors, but that's how to make it work here in Vegas Movie Studio Platinum. All right, so there's our first track, and there we've sized and positioned and even cropped the video so that it is in one corner of our video frame. So let's drag two down. I'm going to drag two down to right above video one on the timeline. That will automatically create a new video and audio track. And let's go ahead and drag three down directly above it, and four directly above that. So we now have all four of our clips right on top of each other here on the timeline. And I'm going to right click, select and right click on the very first clip and select copy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select, so I may have to widen my timeline just a little bit to get to them all. I'm going to select all the other tracks, all the other three events here. 1, 2, 3. Right click and select paste event attributes. Guess what? That applies the crop effect to all of those clips. And as you can see, some of them may need some adjustment, some refinement, but that saves me a step here. Now all I need to do is concentrate on positioning them in the video frame. So let's do that. I'm going to go over to the hamburger menu here for the video that's on track number 1, or the topmost track. Select track motion. I want to make sure that that playhead is right at the beginning of the clip. Otherwise it's going to create some keyframes. We're not ready for that yet. So make sure it's at the very beginning. And then I'm going to change again the width to 1000 pixels and move that little box there to position my character in the video frame. All right, do the same thing here with the video that's on track 2. Select track motion. Again, I want to make sure that playhead is right at the beginning over these existing keyframes. You can see those default keyframes on the left. Otherwise, we're going to create some keyframes we don't want to create. So 1000 pixels for the width. And again, we'll move the little box here, the position box, to put my actor where I want him to be in the video frame. And then finally, we'll go down to the video that's on track 2, or I guess it's actually track 5. Got a strange numbering system here in Vegas. And we'll do the same thing. Set it for 1000 pixels in width, and then we'll move the box here to position this guy. So now we've got all of these guys in position. All we need to do is sync up their audio, and that's relatively easy. I'm going to widen the video timeline here so I can see what I'm doing. You can see where the song ends. So the girl sings the song here, and then here's where she sings it again and again and again. So I'm going to just take the video that's on track 2. I'm going to move it so that this guy appears and begins singing right about the time she begins singing the second time. So I'm going to actually use my playhead to help line things up. All right, so we've got our second clip lined up so that he begins singing, and he appears actually on screen right when she begins singing the second verse. Then we'll go over here to the third verse. We'll take the guy who's on track number 3, or the third track. We'll line him up. And again, you can do this pretty precisely by zooming in, pressing the up key to zoom in, and then making sure things are nice and aligned. And you want to, of course, quality control check it by playing it. But this is basically it. We've got these guys kind of lined up nicely. There we go. And we have created our effect. Let's widen out this timeline again. Here we'll see the characters each singing. Press Control Home. And as they sing, or just before they sing, they'll appear on screen.
Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat.
That's pretty cool, huh? Okay, so that's the effect, and we could run it just like that. That's the basic effect, but I want to show you in part 2 how to enhance it a little, make it a little more interesting. That's in part 2. I hope you join me for that. Otherwise, that's the Zoom and Brady Bunch effect.